it's so nice to have you here.
Thank you, Dada.
And when we were having a prep discussion, it was very interesting that time also. And we were asking questions with each other, and we were thinking a lot of like ideas, which was like thinking aloud kind of a situation. So welcome here. Welcome on the show.
Thank you so much. I look forward to this beautiful chat today.
So the same question I want to ask, I will not ask what is growth mindset for you, but growth mindset, as I was saying, that is comparatively a very new term. So how do we explain growth mindset? What is it?
Okay, Meeta, have you ever wondered why some people are super successful and others have to struggle? Like some people are super successful, like but till 40, they are super successful, they know what to be done, and they are right on track. What is the difference between those people and people who are still struggling? It's
So,
not, yeah.
So people always say there is a combination. Some people will say that he was lucky or he's lucky, or sometimes, okay, his decision was right on time. Sometimes you say that a lot of things people, but hardly people say that he worked hard for it. Yeah. So, yeah.
So, Meeta, actually think about it. Have you ever given it a thought? Trump, I think he became bankrupt for some 4 times, right? But he bounced back. And bounced back like how? He became the president of USA, right? What is the difference? Like I remember a relative of mine, he had, he got lucky, according to him. He got lucky and he had a lottery of 50 lakhs. But I saw him after another 2 years and he was back to where he was. What is the difference? So difference is never in the strategy, never in the luck, nothing. Only one thing, which is most prominent in our life, which is very different from every human being. We are the most superior species on this planet. And we have something called the mind. And the mindset is most important than anything else. And that's what we need to understand. When I work with corporate people, right? So they come and ask me, give me a strategy. What should I do? How should I get more clients? Or maybe how should I have this, I reach top, or aaj main 100 crores, I want to reach 500 crores. How do I do that? Give me a strategy. You know, strategy is only 20%. It's been proven now. It's been proven by scientists also. That strategy is only 20%. 80% of who we are is because of our mindset. And that is where we talk about the growth mindset, right?
So you said that, but most of the people, do they realize that there is a growth mindset concept also? Or is it strong?
Yes, people have started seeing this now, because if you look at 2 people, how do they react in the same situation? Actually, you take 2 siblings also. 2 siblings will react to a same situation in 2 different ways. If you are calm, you will react to a situation in a different way versus if you are angry, right? And I always tell people, okay, there were 2 people. A person had 2 sons, and one day they came home and they saw their house burning. So one of them, he said, "Oh my God, hum to bankrupt ho gaye. We lost everything. Now what are we going to do? Oh my God, we've lost everything." And he was crying. And the other boy, he was so excited. He said, "It was an old house. Thank God we got burnt. We'll make a new one."
You wouldn't believe, when you're saying this story, I'm smiling because this happened with us. We had our warehouse totally on fire, and my husband was singing. And I was saying, like, he said, "Sara saman purana tha, naya banega." And like, we grew from there.
Yeah, this is what is growth mindset. I don't have to, I can give you all the big words and all those things, but growth mindset is when you are on a fixed mindset, you are stuck. You can't see possibility. You cannot see a possibility. It's like growth mindset. No, it comes from your conditioning. It comes from your childhood. It comes from the story we keep telling ourselves. It comes from our belief systems that we are carrying. But can it be changed? Yes, it can be changed. So when you are concerned about what will people say, and when you feel threatened or you feel jealous as though you have lost something, or you want to prove that you are not wrong, that is when you are in the fixed mindset. Is it making sense, Meeta, to you?
No, no, it is making sense, but I'm thinking of a lot of like real life situation where people, until unless there is an exceptional situation in life, we take life very normally, taken for granted. Chal raha hai, everything is either good or not good. We crib, we cry. Sometimes we feel we curse. Why is it happening to me? Or we never kind of sit and analyze that why something is going right and why something is not going right, and we have thousand excuses to give ourselves.
Yeah.
So when we are picking up a topic, when we have taken 1 hour to discuss this, then we have 1 hour dedicated to growth mindset. But in day-to-day situation, why we don't like? How do we inculcate? How do we evaluate that? Let's. This is how we should look at it.
Okay. So let's say, okay, if I have to put it in words, let's say if you doubt yourself, if you believe in limitations, if you blame and complain about things, if you are stuck in your head, that shows that you are in a standstill. You are not in a growth mindset. With growth mindset, you will be. Why growth mindset? Actually, why are we even thinking about mindsets? Because all of us want growth. We all want to grow. We have big manifestations. We have big dreams. We have our goals in life, right? So we are looking at that, and there are problems which we are facing, right? So the growth mindset helps you to overcome your problems easily, and it also helps you to reach agreements faster. So if a person is of a growth mindset, he will look at every opportunity as a lesson. He will look at every opportunity, he will look at every problem as if it is an opportunity to get better. You know, uh, for a person with a growth mindset, everything is experience. Nothing else. Everything is an experience and your reaction to it. There are no failures in life, right? That's
Hmm.
why a person with a growth mindset will take 100% responsibility of their life. If I have to tell you, this is how a person with 100% responsibility will live. How will he live? He will be cool. He'll be okay with everything which comes. Everything is a lesson. Okay, why is it here? What is it teaching me? He'll look at everything. Okay, there's an opportunity. How do I get better?
So how many like you have done coaching with hundreds of people? How many people do you feel that they have 100% growth mindset or yeah?
Okay, so people when they come, of course they are stuck in life. That is why they are looking for some support, right? So they are stuck in life and they don't see a way out, and that is where a coach comes in, right? So when I start working with people, of course, to bring them to the growth mindset, 100% of the 99% of people who come to me are stuck in life, right? But mindset is what? Mindset is just your belief system, your conditioning, and once you become aware of how your conditioning has happened, what is the program that you're carrying. So it's like a computer. अगर मेरे computer में there is no program, right? I want to do, let's say I want to do tally in my program, but there is no program for tally. What will I do? I will not be able to do tally on my computer, right? So what do? We just help you to reprogram your computer. Maybe put in a program which is not there, right? So this is how we help you build a growth mindset for yourself.
So I'll come to this question that how much time does it take? So when you are talking about programming,
Right.
it reminds me of Sister Shivani. She always says that everybody is born with the CD. Like she gives an uh, that, and they are programmed like that. There are past life karmas. They carry a lot of baggage with them. So these two are contradictory. You say that you can change your mindset, and mindset is a program that you create in this life. But if you start listening to coaches, if you start listening to your elders, if you start listening to spiritual leaders, there is a lot of confusion in life.
Actually, there's no confusion. So let me explain it to you. Just give me a moment. Okay.
And I am asking you because you are a spiritual person also. You involve a lot of spirituality in your coaching. So that's why you will relate to what I am asking you.
So, Meeta, I'll give you a technical term. So, Sister Shivani is right. We are all born with a CD. So, if I have to talk in the technical term, it's our DNA. We have a DNA imprint which we carry in our own. all our cells. We have a DNA in every cell of us, right? So if you look at your DNA, 3% of our DNA is genetic, which comes from our parents, right?
Only 3%.
Only 3%. 3% is coming from genetic.
I didn't know about it.
And we have made it such a big thing. Okay, think about it. We say 3% of, and we are in the clutches of our DNA. Okay, we keep saying, oh, it's genetic. Very mom ko diabetes tha, I will have diabetes. I'll have cancer. I'll have this. I'll have this. It's only 3%. Okay, then 5% of your DNA carries your Akashic. Akashic is what you're carrying from your lifetime, which Sister Shivani talks about, right? She's saying we create a karma, we bring things with us, right? 92%, if you Google, Google says 92% of our DNA is junk. Why would God give us something which is junk? Why was this 92% given to us? This 92% is actually where we have choice, the free will of the soul, right? Where we have choice. So let's say I go to a doctor and the doctor tells me, Piyush, if you don't exercise, you will have thyroid or you will have some problem, medical problem in 6 months time. Now I go back home and I say, oh my God, I'm going to have thyroid. Chalo, let's have fun. Let me eat, let me drink, let me have everything, because after this I'll be restricted, right? Or a second choice is, now I say, oh, I need to take care of my health because now doctor has given me this warning, right? Now, the choice which I make, the first one or the second one, will decide whether I will be sick or not, right? So 92% was given to you, which is empty, which was given to you for you to fill in with your choices. That's where, for anything, God nudges you, or this universe nudges you, and it says, oh, wake up, darling. You've been living unconsciously. Get up, do something about your life. And you are like, abhi nahi, let me have some more fun, right? Then he'll give you another nudge. You don't listen. And then a slap comes. And you're like, okay, life, tell me, what do I need to learn? Okay, so it's your choice. Whether you want to learn a lesson or you want to stay stuck is your choice.
So I am sitting with my broken leg for last 1.5 months. It's been 6 weeks, and believe, like everybody used to tell me that you're running too fast. You are too all over the place. You are just like, and when I used to say that give me a 15 days rest. And then when I got this, I realized that this is something that is so true. And I'm taking it little off topic when we are talking about free will and when we are talking about karmic CD. Do you believe in astrology? Because that is another reason people take their lives for, okay, ab to aisa hi hona hai.
So, okay, so as I said, 5% is Akashic. Akashic is your astrology, the blueprint you are born with. The moment you're born, there is a blueprint which gets created. This star was here in this house and this star is here in this house. This is a blueprint. Let's say I am constructing my new house right now, right? So if my architect gives me a blueprint, okay, ma'am, you will have a bedroom which is 20 by 20, right? Now, once I go and I look at the house, half constructed house, and I say, no, 20 by 20 not done. Please increase this to 24 by 24 or something like that. Do I have a choice? Yes, I have. So same way, if my karmic blueprint says a certain thing, 92% is free for me to create my karma, create my life, right? Can I make different choices? Like I gave you this example of me falling sick. So my karmic script says I'll have diabetes, or I will have a fibroid or something, right? But if I change my lifestyle, or if I learn my lesson, right, then will I be facing that? Maybe yes, but maybe the extent or the effect will be little lesser. So we do have choices, but Akashic is only 5%. Darling, I just have to tell you one thing. We are conscious beings. We are the most superior species on this planet, right? And we have this consciousness with us, which is bigger than anything else.
That's true. That's true. And we don't realize it because it's been whatever been fed in our mind, and then this is how it is. And we believe in it. So, okay. Now my question is, we have talked about astrology, we have talked about karmic, Shivani, we have talked about that growth mindset and having choices and free will and everything. So we have understood that it is how it growth mindset, what it is, how practically one can apply in life. Like, how do you learn new skills? How do you change? Uh, how do you change your ability to for a growth mindset?
How do you change your ability for growth mindset? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, so it could be two situation. It could be any two situation which people can relate to, like how you are stuck in life, and then how do you know that this is my growth mindset? Or like you said, people come to you with when they are in trouble, and then you do the change of the programming. So what is the process in brief that one should understand that this is?
First thing, simplest thing is be 100% responsible for everything which is happening in your life. We know we you know Meeta, we've been blaming everything outside of us. We blame the economy, we blame the government, we blame the astrology, we blame lack of money for everything which is not working in our life. When we look at somebody, we look at other people, and if they are happy, we'll become happy. Let's look at our husbands. If he's happy, I'm happy. If my child is happy, I'm happy, right? If they smile, I'm okay. If they make a face, my life is gone, right? So we have been living our life depending on other people, depending on expectations. We have so many expectations of ourselves, we have so many expectations of other people, and that is how we've been living life. So take 100% responsibility. Just realize this is my life. I have come here for some reason, right? And the day you take 100% responsibility for your life and you realize that everything else is nothing but supporting you in you growing, that is when you will change your life. When you will start looking at everything as an opportunity, everything is helping you to upgrade.
But
Everything.
but
Yeah.
you we women hardly get time. Like whosoever I meet, even taking out an hour for themselves, it
Hmm.
looks like a struggle. Going to work is a struggle, and I don't say that it is for no reason. There is a very good strong reasons that like one woman, she doesn't have time for herself. Taking it out time is difficult, and thinking of giving herself the priority or making her the most important thing, it's a big shift.
Okay, so why did you come here, Meeta? Well, did you come into this life just to fight everyday fights? In the sense, get up in the morning, do the house chores, take care of your business, take care of your children, take care of everything else, and not even know who you are, not even connect to your own self, right? When you're disconnected from your own self, you're not balanced, you are not in alignment with your whom you are, then
So
how do you?
how again a question? I'll keep on
Yeah,
interfering
yeah, yeah.
because there will be two kind of a situation. One person who knows that why am I here, or self awareness, and the other person who is not having living life, doing morning to evening. You have chores after chores after chores, and your day goes by, and it's a pattern. How do we know the difference between two people, that this is a person with self awareness and this is a person who is living life?
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So if you are reactive, if you're reacting to situations and not responding to situations, you will automatically know that somewhere you disconnected with your own self. If life is a survival and it's not fun, you are not balanced. You are either reacting, you're happy sometimes, you're sad sometimes, you are angry sometimes, you're peaceful sometimes. Yes, it's all going on, right? But if you are going through this life as if this life is a struggle, that means somewhere do you need to be connected to your own self. Somewhere this connection is missing. Somewhere that balance is not there. Somewhere you are misaligned.
So again, normal situation we can figure out that okay, but somebody has less, somebody has more, somebody has health issues, somebody has body fat issues. But there are extreme situations where having money is a challenge, having food in your plate is a challenge, where you lost your family, like during COVID time. You have seen families who have lost parents, who have lost maybe the whole family. Where there you will have the purpose, or how, like you said, that how will you kind of tell yourself that
We are human, Meeta. All these things will happen. We will have grief, right? And I am nowhere saying that we will not process our grief. So people come to me with grief and I help them process their grief, right? So grief is something which you need to process, and it will go when it will go. It will never go actually. It will always stay with you. The person you have lost, he will stay in your heart, right? So I'm not doing that. And of course, if you look at the Maslow's chart, if you are struggling with the roti kapda makan, then you're not even thinking about self-esteem. You're not even thinking about growth. You're not even thinking about the upper levels of this thing. So I'm not going there. If you have these concerns, of course, first you should be taking care of those concerns. Make yourself stable and then come to the next level where you start, when you're not dealing with all these things. And thankfully, we all women are in such a position that
so can you explain Maslow? We know, but then people will relate more to it. When I said it means Maslow basic roti kapda aur makan, you said that basic needs to be met. So can you explain the hierarchy?
So hierarchy is like this. First, it takes care of your basic needs. Basic needs is of roti kapda makan. Then is love, nurturance, belongingness. Then comes your self-esteem. Then comes your growth mind. Growth. So growth is one of the highest needs. And then there is a need to contribute to the society, right? So once you have reached the initial levels of taking care of your own self, then that is when you start looking for your growth. And growth is very important in a relationship also. When two people are not growing, that's when the problem starts in their relationship, right? So growth is very important. Then you start thinking about when you have crossed all this and your own growth has happened and you have worked on your self-esteem. And I'm really talking about loving yourself and self-esteem in a different sense. So it's not about going to a spa or treating yourself to retail therapy. It's not about that. It's about the real loving yourself where you are not blaming yourself. You really know who you are. See, we want to conquer this world. But before conquering the world, we need to conquer one thing, and that is self. And we have no idea who this person is who's going out into the world and wants to create so much, right? We all want to create so much. But if you want to conquer anything outside of you, you need to first conquer here. That's what growth mindset is also about. Growth mindset is about working from, not from outside in, it's working from inside out. I'm working on myself and I'm strong here. You know, look at, okay, let's talk about a storm. When a storm comes, let's talk about COVID or anything else. What was the first thing they were telling us? Build your immunity, right? COVID, right? And when a storm comes, you don't go out and manage the storm. You manage your own self, right? So how do you manage yourself? You manage your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. You manage your internal state. That's where you become strong enough to deal with everything. And when you're strong here, trust me, you will go out into the world and you will conquer this whole world. You will
Acha,
stay and things will happen.
Piyush, again, tell me one thing. Like when we are in a professional world or in a measurable world where you can measure that, okay, I have grown from this to this to this, or my turnover was this much and now it is increasing. You can very easily measure. And then growth mindset people refer only mostly in work atmosphere, corporate or business. What we are talking about in principle, growth mindset for everybody, because then you will know that whether you want a career or you want to serve society or you want to do something, but at least you will know what you want to do. Normal person, we are talking about women, it includes men also, but normal people, when they are at home, when they have nothing measurable to measure their growth, how do they measure their growth in a small teaspoon size that they know that I am growing?
Okay. So first of all, there is, it all depends from person to person.
So
Right?
let me ask. Anybody wants to volunteer that they want to ask their question in real life, and then we can say that okay, this is how the growth is happening, or otherwise, Piyush, you can. Harshita, anybody wants to volunteer? So yeah, Navya raised her hand. Ashita, allow Navya to speak. So real life examples always happen because when you're talking, then you know that.
Sure.
Yeah, hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Navya, but I can't see you.
Mhm.
Can you come on the video,
Okay.
please?
Yes. Give me a minute. I'm actually joining from Australia and it's past midnight here. And so, but I'm a regular reader of your can
If
you
you're
see
not
me now?
comfortable, if you're not comfortable, don't switch on the camera. Up to you.
No. I'm just coming out because everybody's sleeping here and I really wanted to join this. Okay, hi, nice meeting you.
Hi, Navya.
Beautiful ladies there. Hi, sorry, my name is Bhumika. It was on my daughter's name, Navya. So yeah, my name is Bhumika Dua.
Okay, Bhumika. Hi.
Yeah, I'm calling from Melbourne.
I hope there's no
Yes.
disturbance from my side. Is there a
No, absolutely not. No.
fine. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I really wanted to attend this session because I have gone through this very much myself over the last 6 months. I'm 45-year-old and I took a very long career break to do my home duties and taking care of the children. So almost I am an IT professional, but I used to work almost 17 years back.
Hmm.
And now my son is in college and all, so I was like, I have to do something for myself, you know. All those duties are done, and then I decided, as you said, that once that mindset is there, once that positive mindset is there, and once you really want to do things and things start falling in place as well. Um, I started looking for something. I went back to small uni sessions, did few months of learning, like because my profession was something like IT. If you are outdated, I mean, like if you've not worked for 2 years, you're outdated. So imagine like 16, 17 years being out of profession. So I had to catch up and brush up on my skills, a lot of hard work. But yes, I got into a very nice bank now, the last 3 months. Still struggling, but yes, since the mindset is positive, since the mindset is to do something, as you mentioned right now, just to do it for yourself, be strong within, and then only that positivity would be spread.
Saying. So Bhumika, you proved my point, right? So I was saying that it's never about how it is to be done. Like how
Yeah,
should I
absolutely.
have
Yes.
it? How will fall
Yes.
in place? Like you said, I worked hard, I did everything. There were challenges, I took care of everything. Only
Yeah.
which drove you was I want to do it. And why do I want to do it? I want to do it for why? What was your why? I really want to understand.
I want to do it for myself, you know. After a point, it was just, it's not for money, it's not for children, it's not for career. After a point, it was like, okay, now somewhere you have to put a full stop. It has to be I, me, myself. Because obviously, once you're so educated and you've so worked so hard, but that career break was also myself. I don't want to put myself into a place where I have to take decisions every day when my child is sick and all. So I took a long career break. Again, it was my decision, and coming back again was my decision, but well supported by my family, my husband, and my children. And this time it was my children were like, Mom, let's do it. I was like,
Right,
okay.
right. Because it's most of the time it's not about the money.
Yes. Oh,
Right.
no,
It's about
absolutely. If it would have been money,
yeah.
I would have never left it.
But can I say something, Piyush and Bhumika here? That is what
Yes.
my continuous effort is. We women think that we are comfortable. I was talking to you, Piyush, also about it. That we are very comfortable. So it doesn't give us, it doesn't push us hard to get out of our comfort zone and do something.
Yes.
Until the time you don't do it, you don't realize what were you missing. So
Exactly. Yeah.
constant effort that I am doing that, please realize that your life is not to be kind of just later on after many more years. If you realize that what did I do with my life, it would be little extra late for that.
Meeta,
So
Yeah.
there was a survey which was done when people are dying. They were asked, "What are your regrets?" And
Yes.
90% of the people did not have regrets about money. It was not about,
Yes.
it was always about what they did not do in life. Because,
Exactly.
you know,
Exactly. Yeah.
maybe because of other people, or maybe there was a fear of failure, which is the richest place on this earth, the cemetery. So
Mm.
many people die with their dreams, die with their ideas, and they don't even come out. And that's what I want to tell women: follow your heart.
What
It's
a
Yes.
not about,
coincidence.
it's not about the money. It is not about that. It's about the recognition, the appreciation. It's about making a difference to other people. It's
Yes.
about
Yes.
excellence. It is something about what to do with yourself. You know, you
It
have,
was hard. It was
yeah,
bloody hard.
it
It's
is.
not, it wasn't easy. And I had, I mean, I used to move one step forward and three step backwards as well. Like, oh, going back to uni, no, I can't. When my son is in
It's
third year,
inspiring.
what can you
It's
expect?
inspiring.
Like,
Bhumika, it's really
oh,
inspiring. We have to think, Meeta, you and me were talking about how do you pull these people out? Like, I was thinking, have you, like, we women, do we think about what legacy we want to leave behind? Why are we here on
yes.
this earth? Do we want to,
Good.
we want our children to emulate us, to follow us, to see us as an
Yes.
example, to remember us for something? Did you follow your heart? How will you tell them? Because children are always emulating you. They see you as role models, right? So
Absolutely.
when
Absolutely.
they see you moving out of your comfort zone, and your brain will keep you stuck there. So when they
Yes.
see you following your dreams, they see you following your passion, they see you that my mother doesn't sleep because she has a passion. This dream doesn't
Yes.
let her sleep.
Yes. Yes.
My
Yes.
mother is living
Absolutely.
from choices. At least,
Yeah.
that's the reason. That's the biggest gift you can give to your child. And if you can, we always live for our children, right? Mothers of,
Yes. Yes.
right? We all want satisfaction. We all want to leave some legacy behind. So
Hmm.
start contributing. See what drives you. You have lived
And
your
it's more
life.
about memories. It's more about memories. How much, what memories, and as we say, like once you reach a certain stage, it was not that as if money was not important. Money was very important 20 years back. It still is, but the thing is that how much is enough?
Yes.
You
Hmm.
know,
How much?
how much is enough? How much is too much? And how much is too less? That was very important. um, I mean, like as a couple, we decided, okay, fine. It has to be, no wonder, touch wood, by God's grace, my husband was earning good. But then, that doesn't mean that, okay, fine. We'll see a lot of families around, maybe in India as well, where husband is earning decent. But that doesn't gives you an opportunity, okay, fine, you can just sit back at home and enjoy the luxury. Or mm, it's not that people,
So,
all the ladies who are working there.
should I interrupt you one for a moment? See, there are two purposes in life. One is your role
Mm,
purpose, and one is your soul purpose. The role purpose is
yes.
the roles that we play. You played the
Yes.
role of your mother, you played the role of a wife, a homemaker, somebody's taking care, or a daughter. You were the
Yes.
daughter also, right? So these are
Yes. Yes.
the roles that
Absolutely.
we play in life, right?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
comes my soul purpose. Why am I here? What is my purpose? Am I contributing? Am I growing
Yeah.
as a person? Right?
Yes.
So it's
True.
about my growth and my contribution to this society. Because we have all
And your
come
self
here.
confidence also.
Of
That
course,
is very
that's your growth.
important.
That's your growth,
Yes. Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So, Meeta, I think this proves the growth mindset.
There was a very nice book about growth mindset that I read a couple of years back. I think so. I should be, yeah. So I'll share the picture of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
please.
was,
We will
yeah,
share our WhatsApp group also with you. Harshita, you can share
yes,
it here because that's a
yeah,
group where we every day engage in conversation. And all we have three groups. One is women at work, one is movie and books, and one is discussions. So we'll share the
yes.
in,
Yeah, I'll share because it was right on my bedside table, and then we were talking about it. Yeah, I was reading that last week, and yeah, so I was working with American School in UAE a couple of years back, and I was one of the panel parents there. So yes, and that time we did about the mindset, that what's going on in the mindset of the children nowadays. that is more to do with the, the studies are important, but the mindset is equally important. So yes, I'll share this book. This is a wonderful read in case you guys can get it.
Yeah, please
Just
we
just
will
go through it. Yes.
sit in the book.
Yeah.
Also.
Thank you for giving me opportunities. It was nice talking. It was really nice. And yeah,
Thank you.
maybe some other can also share
I
now.
know this
Thank you.
one inspirational story moves many forward. So it's like it's
Yes, thank you. Yeah,
thank
that's what I thought. Okay, I'll just share quickly. Though I'm not looking in the best of my spirits. It's almost 11 o'clock here, but yes.
you. No, you're
All
looking.
right. Thanks, Meeta. Nice talking to you, both of you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Uh, yes, we have Smita also who's waiting.
Hmm. And before Smita also there was some
Please stop.
gentleman. Yeah, so we will see that. We're taking Smita.
Yeah, Smita, you're unmuted.
Good evening, ladies. It's so nice to be here. And I've been wanting to say something, but this subject is so close to my heart. I didn't know where to begin. But when you said role purpose and soul purpose, Piyush, I have been in a situation in the last year where I have to shift to a new city with my daughter because of her, she's studying here and she needed me. So it was a very big decision for me, right? And it was not easy. I'm not sure whether I have a growth mindset or not, but I didn't have a choice but to stay positive, and I totally surrendered to the Almighty because I have a language issue here. They speak Telugu. I don't know Telugu, and I'm not boasting, but I'm proud of myself that I have survived all these 9 months. And my role purpose is, as a mother, I have to support my daughter. But believe you me, these 9 months have been the most beautiful part of my life because of my soul purpose. The way I have, by God's grace, risen in my spiritual levels. What I was in Delhi 9 months back, I am a totally different person. I can say it with guarantee. And with these beautiful sessions that I have, I got connected with Sipping Thoughts, and I'm kind of getting connected to the right kind of people. There is no room in my life for people who will pull me down or who will make me feel awkward, who will make me feel negative. So every day I'm making an effort. It is not easy. There are days when I've cried for hours, and my daughter made a video. She's saying, I'll show it to your friends. I'm crying and I'm saying, I want to meet my friends. I want to meet my friends. So apart from that, you have to pull up yourself. There is nobody else who's going to do it for you. And I'm learning it slowly, because my faith in the Almighty has increased. And I think that is the only way because of which I'm surviving, because you have to believe and surrender. And
Yes.
that's what I believe.
And universe is giving you an opportunity to know yourself. How do you know?
Exactly.
You go and ask them questions, you speak to them, you spend time with them. Now you have gotten this opportunity to know your own self, to spend time with yourself, to be with the person you have never been with. We've been with ourselves, we've been carrying this body, we've been carrying this mind, we've been carrying this soul, but we have never connected to us, our own selves. So now is your opportunity, Smita. Please make the most of it.
I am trying.
This is what growth mindset is. Growth mindset is when you look at every problem as an opportunity. When you surrender to the universe and you say, okay, come on, give it to me and I will make a gold out of it. And
Piyush, recently, I've been reading the book Magic and attending sessions there. And I have been very conscious of so many things around me. And I was thinking of a particular thing that I need to work on. And in the last 3 days, Piyush, every day I'm getting a cue from the universe towards that goal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh God, I'm going to go mad. But I mean, it's a beautiful feeling to be in sync. I hope this continues when I go back to Delhi. I'm not sure.
And I'm telling you, Smita, even if it falters, it's for a reason. So if we start thinking, okay, now I've become spiritual, now everything is rosy, everything is nice, everything is this. So first of all, understand, when you raise your level of consciousness, you will have bigger tests. You will have bigger problems. So be ready for that also. But when you start going through this, like how? See, we came from singularity. We came into this world which is dual. There is hate, there is love, there is anger, there is sadness, there is peace, there is love. Everything is there. Everything is in dual, right? So we came into this world. What is our purpose? Our purpose is to be neutral. to be centered. Whatever life throws at me, I am neutral. I am in my center. That is what we need to learn. See, we came as empty slates, right? There was nothing. And then the world put everything inside, and our subconscious got reprogrammed. Now our game is to reprogram our subconscious and come back into our consciousness,
True, true.
right? So
Yeah,
that's the game. So keep playing, my dear friend.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And Smita, when you say that you are learning a lot from sipping thought, believe me, I tell myself that every day, whatever change has happened in me, it's so subtle, but this change is happening because of sipping thought. So we all are not, we are all
Connected.
consumers. We are all kind of getting benefited by it. Who is providing it? Nobody knows, but it's
a group energy, Meeta. Thanks to you. You started it all.
it's that's what
We've all come here to coexist and co-create. We create with each other and we coexist. That was the game. You come here into this world, co-create with people around you, and they will all help you. We are all doing that.
And one quick last thing, I know I'm on the right track when my children tell me, "Ab is situation में भी positive कैसे ढूंढ लेते हो?" I said, yes. I don't know how, but you have to. Yeah, there's no choice really.
no, this is
You
a
have to look
similar
for the positive.
feedback I get nowadays.
It's not about I don't have the choice. This is the choice I'm making.
That I'm making. True,
Yeah.
true. Thank you.
Thank you, Smita.
Thank you.
Harshita, take
Yeah.
Mr. Raja Nagendra. He's been there.
And I think
Harshita,
yeah, she is not able to unmute, I guess. So I'll unmute
so
Raja.
take the next one and then.
Yeah.
Hello, madam.
Hi, Raja.
Yeah. So when you say growth mindset, are you referring to soul level or are you referring to business level? There's a lot of conflicts come in when you change the context.
So I'm talking about everything. So we have a right brain and a left brain, right? So when I talk about the right brain or the left brain, one is the logical brain and the other is the creative brain, right? So right now your logical brain is asking me this question. So there has to be a balance of, let's imagine, Raja, if your logical brain and your creative brain were in balance, would you be creating more versus if you were only using your logical brain or if you were only using your creative brain?
I think balancing will take it much better.
Right.
Yeah.
So balancing of both is there, right? So if you're only using your logical mind and not using your intuition, right? How will be the creation be?
Sure. So what you are saying is, growth is a strong purpose.
Yes.
And you have to take help from so many places, either it is a soul level or a business level.
There has to be alignment of all your quotients. Your PQ, which is your body. There has to be alignment of your mind, which is your IQ. There has to be an alignment of your emotional quotient, and then there has to be an alignment with your soul quotient. All these have to be in alignment with each other. And once they are in alignment with each other, that's when they're like the four tires of a car. That's when your car runs on high speed. So we are talking about growth mindset from all the four quotients.
Thank you so much. Now, what you enlightened me that, is that, if you do some compromises, actually it is not a compromise, that is for a better.
Yes.
Thank you
so
so much.
That you need to think. Yeah.
That's the choice one makes, no?
Yeah, that's the choice one makes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nafisa is not able to unmute, so I guess we can move ahead.
So take, who's there next?
No one. Yeah.
I'm Nafisa Lokhandwala here.
Nafisa,
Go ahead.
hi Nafisa.
Oh, yes. Hello. I would also like to share my journey. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So I was inspired by Bhumika ji sharing her journey. So I thought, let me also. Even I am very much of growth mindset. What I believe is that you should always find positive things in any situations. So that's what I've been doing since 20 years. I own my own preschool, but I don't have a place. I kept on shifting my preschool. So I've started my preschool 23 years back. And today is the day when I have to stop my preschool because again, there was a shifting and I did not want to shift. Now I was on the crossroad, whether to let my 23 years of experience go in drain or whether to do something. So I said, why God is giving me this situation every now and then when I have to change my preschool from one location to another location. God is really teaching me something and I should know what he is trying to tell me and what he is trying to teach me. Because the preschools, those who were just mushrooming were doing better than what I used to do. Though I used to give quality, though my parents were satisfied with me, yet I was not able to get many more admissions that other schools were getting. So then I always pose a question to myself, what is God trying to teach me? What is this opportunity of shifting trying to teach me? And then I came to a conclusion that yes, something great, I'm made for something good and I want to give something good to the society. So then I had 1 year of just introspecting myself. As Piyush said, that you have to always introspect. The change begins from within. So I introspected myself that what would I like to do? What would I like to give to the society? And then now I am on a journey of being a trainer and I've already done 1 year course of soft skill trainer. And now I will re-establish myself as a soft skill trainer because of that positive mindset which I had, which did not let me lose at every time when I had to, when I had some challenge in my life. I took it as a challenge and not as a problem. So now I'm just on a new journey, embarking on a new journey as a coach and trainer and public speaker. I want to now promote myself as it. So this is all because of that growth mindset. But the question for me is that when you are on a growth mindset, how would you want your spouse to get along with you if he is of not that much? Because now this is the life where I am in a retirement age of life for my husband also and for my also. And now I'm trying to embark on a new journey. So how would I carry him also along with me? He's saying you are having so many things on your plate and now you have to just.
Okay.
So that is a big question for me, that now how can I and he go along together? Because I am still ambitious. I want to do so many things. Now this is a new journey for me. I have to re-establish myself as a trainer. I have to look for new opportunities. I have to do new things. I'm not ready to settle down with less things because I feel that I have not got what my capacity, what I am having the capacity to get. I have not got yet from life that. I want that from life. I want that new things.
So Nafisa, I really want to understand from you, what is the challenge you're facing? He is not aligned with your purpose. Does he feel left out? What is the challenge you're facing?
Challenge is that I think so that he wants to now settle and he does not want new things to come one by one because when I am on a new journey, I always bring something new and new and new on his plate, which he has to think, which he has to go through. Now he wants to just live a laid back life, I think so. So that is a problem. Is supportive also, but the mindset, I think so, is different. As you say, that growth mindset sees positive things in everything.
So Nafisa, there are many layers to your question, but I will try to answer as much as I can. So understand, one, these are our karmic relations. So we just can't say, I am moving forward and you take care of yourself, right? We of course have to take our family and our loved ones with us. Of course, we have to work on them aligning with us. So if you are going to be a motivational speaker, or if you are going ahead with these soft skills, you know that people, when you will encounter people, they will have similar problems, right?
Yes,
They will
yes,
also,
God is.
yeah, because everybody is looking for work-life balance. So that is where allowance comes in. How much of allowance you have? What is the expectation you have from your husband? Can you drop that expectation and take care of his expectations, because he is a part of your karmic soul, and take him along? And for that, you will have to
That
work
is a,
on yourself.
yes, true. So
Right?
that question I have to ask myself, that how can I do that?
Yes, you have to be an allowance of him, and first you have to understand the whole world will align with you. Your family are the last people who will align with you, right? Because they are the people who have come into this world. They are your karmic souls, right? So they have come into this world, and their job is to help you reach your purpose, and for that they will pull you down a little bit. That's perfectly fine. So get in touch with me, and maybe we can talk in detail, and I'll try to understand what your real problem is, because what you are saying and what seems to be the problem.
To figure out, even Piyush ji, at this moment, I am also not able to figure out clearly what is my problem. I just want to get understanding of it. Yeah, how can we both along go on this journey?
See, this is also again your journey. Somewhere you have these expectations from him and you're feeling angry. So if there's anger brewing up, there are expectations, so work on yourself. Work on your expectations, work on why are you angry with him? Work there.
Why am I?
You are angry.
Why am I
angry with him? There is some anger.
No, I'm not. No, there is no anger. I just can't understand.
Yeah.
अब आगे कैसे करना है? I just can't understand at this moment, at this juncture. So that is.
I'll help you find it, right? Let me understand in detail what your problem is, and sure,
Yes,
I
sure.
can find it. Yeah.
Okay, we'll connect. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Nafisa. So we only have 5 minutes, Piyush, and we had so many questions and so many discussions that we thought we will talk here. But anyways, the session was nice. And so we just want to kind of reiterate that how we can have a growth mindset, and how do we, the other day we were talking about that not everybody wants to work or wants to do something in life. So we were talking about a question that we should ask why. Do you want to share that?
Yeah. So as I said, when you're why, we don't actually in life also. We are doing a lot of things. We want to lose weight, right? I want to have a business. So we start thinking about how should I be losing weight? How should I go about building a business and things like that? But the problem is, Meeta, how becomes this much if your why is this much? So first of all, it's very important to understand why do you want to lose weight.
So my question is because we have very short time. Like I always feel, and this year when we did a session to start with this year, we had Mrs. Poonam Barua, and she talked about that we want women in every sector of the politics, health, education. And I strongly believe that we women could do more. So there was a kind of a little judgment about it, that I feel that every woman should work.
Right.
And then you and me were talking about, you said that not every woman wants to work. They are comfortable in their lives. And that is there the question comes, that why do they want to work, or why don't they want to work? So like, I don't want to be very pushy. I don't want to send this message out to everybody. If you are not working, it means you are not doing right with your life. So how do we find that balance and that growth?
Okay. So as I said earlier, Meeta, it's not about money, or it's not about everybody should be working. There are no should be's in life, right? Maybe they are happy where they are. So they are doing what they are doing. So first of all, thing is, why should they be working? Why should they be working? Why should I? Like you listen to so many beautiful women sitting here, and they spoke about how they created their life at, when they were 50 or somewhere, when they had done with their responsibilities. That is when they started working on this thing. What was their purpose? They wanted to do something for their own self, and that is why I want everybody to find out what your passion is. Why do you think how you can contribute? We are all unique in our own sense, right? You are unique, I have unique each one of us has a unique signature, right? And we have something or the other to offer to this world. If I say I have nothing to offer to this world, I am wrong. I don't know myself. We all have something unique to offer to this world. So
I have one question again, Piyush. When can I interfere?
sure.
When a man has no choice, most 80-90% of the men, they work. Very few men are not working. Why is it still a choice for women? I'm sorry, maybe this question is
It is
not
a
relevant.
cultural thing. It is a cultural thing. So if I spoke to you that day also, and I was telling you about China, if you look at China, men may or may not be working, but you will find all the women force working, right? Or maybe you look at other areas of, you look at US or you look at Europe or you look at other Western countries. Every woman is working. Nobody is sitting at home. People are doing that. So it's a cultural thing. In our culture, women have been protected, or they have been. There has been a different. It's been. I don't want to say it, but it's been a kind of control mechanism also to control women. You know, don't allow her to be independent. Don't allow her to go out into the world. So it was a way of our religion, or I don't want to get into all that controversy, but that's how women have been controlled over the ages, right? Not allowed to her to express her own self. But now things are changing. Women are coming out. Look at the young girls nowadays. Nobody wants to sit at home or and waste their talent. Something or the other they want to create. So it's not, now people are coming out. Now women are, because there is a balance of masculine and feminine also happening. So if you look at the times now, women are more masculine in the sense, I'm not saying they are masculine as such, male, female, but masculine as in they have more aggression, they have more desires, they have more purpose in life, right? And men are becoming little feminine. They are
Cooking.
Piyush ma'am have network issue.
Acha, Piyush ma'am, I thought I got frozen. There's a network issue,
Yeah,
Rohit?
ma'am, I think so.
Yes, ma'am.
Quickly, we till the time she comes here, do you want to run the polls? Do you want to close the
Harshita?
session?
Sure, ma'am. Sure, we can run the poll.
Because it will be awkward to just close the session in between, though it's 5 o'clock already. But we can
So
quickly
I'll
till the time she
quickly run
comes
the
back.
polls now. On your screen, you will see the poll session.
Just till the time we wait for her to come back and we say bye to close the session.
So it's a there's some issue I cannot run on my device.
What happened?
There's a technical issue. The polls are not.
Rohit, just check with
Yes, ma'am, checking.
Piyush that if she's able to join, otherwise we close the session. Your polls is also not working? Working? Harshita, you're on mute.
Ma'am, the polls are not working. So I'll put the question in chat if that's not an issue.
Can do, or else I will like to close the session. Who put the question on the chat?
Yeah. So I'll put the first question in the chat. Really sorry, the polls are not working.
Having 1 hour patiently with us and having conversation is like.
So here's the first question for the audience. You will find out the question in chat. The first question is: talent is something you're born with, not something you can develop. Do you agree, disagree, or do you think maybe you can write your answer in the chat and then we'll know your opinion.
Piyush, have you checked? Rohit, you have checked?
Yes, I'm calling.
Then we thank everybody. We close the session. We come back the next Wednesday. Harshita?
Yes, ma'am, we can do that.
Just send her a message and apologize. And we close the session on this note. So I don't know whether we are more clear with the growth mindset, but every session I feel there is something learning, and we keep on learning and we keep on finding our growth mindset, that how much have we grown forward in life. And maybe my constant effort that everybody should find their own purpose, their calling, and if career is their purpose, they start getting into it. So with that note, with that positive note, I hope to see you next Wednesday. Till then, bye everybody. Have a good day.
Joining in. You can
Thank you.
join oral session. I have put the link in the chat. You can check that out. The links to our WhatsApp group, our Women at Work community, our movie clubs, and our lifestyle group. I'll share the links again. Here are the links. You can join our group. You'll get all the information there, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
She is joining. Harshita, she is joining.
Sorry?
She is joining.
I'm so sorry for this.
Okay, ma'am. Actually, it was 5 o'clock, and the time was exceeding. So, and even I joined, so we just like ended the session. But yeah, so Meeta ma'am has left. If there's like anything like you want to end the session on, some last words and something for our audience that we can follow on, please, right, you can share something.
So, anything I would like to say is just live this life fully and live from as if, you know, you have no regrets. And this is your last moment. What would you want to say to yourself? Would you want to proudly exit this universe with not carrying your music just inside of you, right? And just live with your growth mindset and keep growing.
On that note, I would like to thank our audience for joining, and thank you, Piyush ma'am, for joining.
Yeah.
We're so
Okay.
sorry for this weird
Yeah.
end, but
Sorry. Yeah.
due to the technical
Okay.
issues. Yeah.
Thank you, Harshita. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you so much, ma'am, for joining. Thanks
Bye.
to our audience for joining.
Bye.
We will see you next week on another Let's Talk section. Goodbye. Have a great